Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danni D, here helping you find that holistic success that includes all areas of your life and brings you joy and fulfillment right now. So, this is the first time I'm coming to you guys in 2025. So, New Year's here in New Orleans was a little interesting. We had a um attack here in New Orleans. So coupled with it being New Year's Day and that I didn't come on for you guys. And last week was our third anniversary special. So we had that great panel episode. If you haven't checked it out, please go back and check it out. All of our um all of our guests from 2024 that were available were on and sharing just some, insight into their lives and their journeys as entrepreneurs. So I would love for you to catch that episode if you haven't caught it. The panel episodes are some of my favorite because the conversation is just always so rich and so healing, and you get that opportunity to see the behind the scenes of entrepreneurship and um, just women leaders and what goes on, and that there are real people that there are real people that deal with all of the same things that the rest of us deal with. So make sure you catch that episode. So as we enter the new year, New Year is a time of renewal. A lot of people do New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big resolution girl, but I do usually pick a word of the year and have a kind of theme that I'm going by and set some goals for the year and for the quarter. So I definitely recommend that. The reason why I'm not a resolution girl, because sometimes people ask that, is just I feel like resolutions sometimes can be a little arbitrary. We can throw out, oh, we're gonna go to the gym, or we're gonna um read more books, or we're gonna lose 30 pounds or whatever it is, but it tends to be just like we feel like we have to say or do something in the new year, but it's not always connected to our success story, and it's not always set up like a smart goal that has some tangible deadlines and all of that associated with it. So again, if that's your thing, do it, enjoy it, but I highly recommend digging a little bit deeper. So even if you do set that resolution, what does that look like? How does it fit into your overall goals? How does it fit into your success story? Like, how is that thing getting you closer to your ultimate success story? Let's see what else. Okay, so 2024, interesting year, lots of milestones, lots of challenges. Did had a lot of growth in both businesses. Also, had just some setbacks and challenges, personal losses. Today is the birthday of one of the people that I lost last year. So, just an interesting year. But my overall takeaway from 2024 was peace be still. And that being the understanding that God wants me to be able to be at peace and have faith that everything that I am dealing with and going through is for a purpose, and that I am still on track towards my ultimate success, and that he has me regardless of what's going on. So, like, even in moments where I'm like, wait, it does, these things are not adding up, everything always came together in the end. And so that's kind of the space that I'm in. I don't remember exactly what my word was for 2024. I want to say it was faith. My mantra for 2024 was, I'm not playing in God's face. And that was heavily dipped in faith. And whether my chosen word was faith or not, my year was definitely a lot about faith. And learning from that. So I want to invite you, I know, January is off to um whatever start is off to, right? I mean, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of activity. January came in loud. 2025 came in loud. There's a lot of activity all around the world, fire and snow and um attacks and all of these different things. I want you to, one, reflect back on your previous year. What were the lessons? What did you learn? What were your challenges? Um, and, how can you take those things into 2025? So, as far as your challenges, to me, challenges are opportunity for lessons. So, what lesson did you learn from that challenge? Um, why did you see it as a challenge? Were you resisting that challenge? And is that what made it linger a little bit longer? Or was it just a challenge of life? Sometimes life is just life and there's challenges. But what things have you learned that you can take into being a better version of yourself in 2025? What are the things that you're seeking that you may not have accomplished that you're still seeking? And how can you go about seeking those things, getting closer to those things, and building your resolutions, your goals around acquiring those things? And I don't mean physical things. I mean, maybe it is a physical thing for you. I don't know. But I mean, just you have this success story that I hope that you've actually sat down and um, worked out. You know, you have this success story, and what is necessary to get there? How are you going to get from where you are to there? What are you still working on? What are you still getting in place? What things do you need to challenge yourself with, right? What things do you need to sit and work through to help you to get closer to that place? So that's where I want to leave you. It's like, what are you seeking in 2025, and how do you effectively get there? And a part of that is, one, knowing what you're seeking. Two, is it aligned with your success story, right? And then making actionable steps to get there. So, what is the step by step to get to where you're going? So that's my challenge for you um in 2025, is to be intentional, be consistent, be disciplined. Um I said that my word was going to be discipline for 2025, but I saw this thing yesterday. I was on a webinar, and the thing behind a lady said focused, focus, and I wish I had it in front of me right now. It was an acronym for focus, but basically it was just saying to continue down one path until success. So um I I'm not gonna try to remember the acronym, but that was the point. It was saying that. So now I think I'm going to go with focus, and maybe focus and discipline. Who says I have to have one word, right? But that's where I am because consistency is important um in reaching your success goals. So I want you to sit and figure out where are you going in 2025, and don't just go on a whim and just look up and it be 2026 and you haven't gone anywhere, done anything, gotten any closer to your success. So where are you going and what do you need to get there? So that's it. That's really it. Just, figure out where you're going, what you need to get there. Um just catching you guys up because it has been a while since I've done an episode. I had life and I needed to take a break. Y'all have had some great guest episodes, but y'all haven't had me by myself for a while. But yeah, I just had some stuff that um I just need to take some time to myself, and I have to practice what I preach. So I teach, my clients, I talk about it with you guys about, self-care and about balance and about making sure that you are doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. I have to do those things as well. And sometimes that involves pulling back, retreating, and giving myself space to process things. So just what's going on in the workflow world. So you may have seen during November, I did 3 different summits. I think a few of them are still out there. If you purchase the VIP, you can get access to the recordings of those. And all of them had different, a wealth of speakers and business knowledge. So it's worthwhile to look into that. So you can go back to a November episode and those links should be there. Um, Ton of podcast interviews. Some have come out, some are um, coming out in the near future. Please, 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 if you're not already on my mailing list, join my mailing list because that's where I share a lot of this information real time of what's going on and what has aired and all of that stuff like that. Um, it's the new year. I actually have it next to me right now if y'all are watching it. The Success Journal, I'm trying to make sure the glare. The Success Journal is out there. It's available on Amazon. The new year is a great time to get a copy of the Success Journal and write down your successes on a daily basis. It builds success, it keeps you focused, and it starts to shift your mind away from that concentration on failure to the concentration on success. When you start seeing yourself as successful, you start to do more things and be more successful. So that's that. I Today is the first day of the next cohort of the Capable Confident Challenge. So that challenge is focused on building your inner confidence. And I want to emphasize that because a lot of people will hear confidence and they say, I'm confident, I'm confident. Yes, yes, maybe. Um, we all can appear confident, but it's that voice inside of our head that we need to learn to talk to, that talks us out of things, that tells us that we don't belong in a room, that tells us we're not good enough. So it's building that internal confidence and quieting your self-doubt. It's absolutely huge because what I've seen is it take people from, being in a state of, they're still achievers. Most of my clients are already high achievers. They're still achievers, but going from being an achiever that is doing, great things that is still shying away from stepping into their phenomenalness. And not necessarily because they're not doing phenomenal things, but because they don't see that they're doing phenomenal things. And being able to, you know, so to walk in and say it with their whole chest that I am fill in the blank, and not hesitate, not feel, insecure, and just, be ready to blaze the trail. So that's the Capable and Confident Challenge. I am also running a Own Your Business incubator. So the Own Your Business incubator is set up to help business owners, solidify their foundation and grow their revenue. So we're going to be doing both things in tandem. The reason why I started the incubator is because this economy is economy. You're seeing big box stores close. You're seeing purse strings getting a little tighter. And those businesses that have solid foundations and are constantly capitalizing on their opportunities are the ones that are going to stand the test of time. Those are the ones that are going to survive the tight economy. But without that, it's going to be much harder to navigate and survive. So the incubator is set up. It's a 12-month program, and it has we're gonna have monthly coaching calls, as well as my Own Your Business Academy modules to help you to, take actionable steps. So anybody who has worked with me knows that my programs are always created into digestible chunks. One, because we are busy and we're trying to do these things while running businesses, while working jobs, while being um you know, whoever we are to our family, community, So I keep it in digestible chunks. Most videos are 15 minutes or less. And I also include actionable items. So whether it's an activity, whatever it is, it's something that you can just pick up and do and start to see the change in your business. So that is going to be paired with the group coaching, with the community. It will be a group of women doing this together. We will have, accountability check-ins as well. And then the thing that's going to make this, different is that we'll also have growth revenue challenges. So in those growth revenue challenges, what we'll be doing is we will be taking the we'll be taking, opportunities. If you are familiar with the SWOT analysis, you have strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We're going to be taking those opportunities to grow your business that you have probably been overlooking. And we're going to create challenges to where we're going to take action. We're going to, do the thing. We're going to actually, if the challenge is, contacting this many businesses, we're going to do that. We're going to actually collectively do that. I have a few challenges already lined up that have been the way that I've grown my business when I originally grew my business. So, and those are the things that I go back to when necessary, to continue to grow the business. So that is what's going to happen in that incubator. And like every other program I have, is once everything gets started, it is going to also take on a life of its own, because that's how community works. So we will have all of that, but then we also have this community, um and so that means you're not doing it alone, that you're not feeling like you are just going through these motions by yourself, or confused or stressed out about what's going on financially. We want to, build that revenue and put ourselves in position so that these businesses can be sustainable through the changes in the economy. So that is starting on January 27th. If you if look, just enroll. I'm not going to say if you know your business needs to be in a place that is solid. So just go ahead and enroll in the program so that we can get those business foundational things in place. Make sure that your branding is on point, that you're utilizing technology and automation, that you are, you know, taking care of your finances. All of those things need to be on point to continue moving forward in a way that is profitable, that is successful, and that you can alleviate some of the stress of a changing economy. Okay, so again, that starts on January 27th. The first 5 people to enroll, and I don't know where enrollment is right now to know if that's passed or not, but the first 5 people to enroll will get a discounted rate. You can do, the full payment. The full payment is just automatically, it's already has a huge discount if you do paid in full. If you do monthly payments, you can do a discounted rate on that monthly payment. So I will have the link to the incubator in the show notes where you can get that discount code. And if you're one of the first 5, it will take off, a certain amount of your monthly rate. I said about the Capable Confident Challenge. So the next challenge that's coming up in February is going to be the Calendar Detox Challenge. So if you are in a space where you need to get your calendar in order, if you're already overwhelmed and we are just in January, then you may want to enroll in this Calendar Detox Challenge. And basically, it is just getting your calendar in alignment with your success story. So making sure that the stuff on your calendar is supposed to be there, and making sure that you're continuing to add things that should be there, subtract things that shouldn't, and creating that balance that you're seeking. So that's the Calendar Detox Challenge. Outside of that, I offer individual coaching, whether it's brainstorming sessions, or if it's if we're doing, like, multiple sessions. I have packages for that as well. And also VIP days. So the VIP day is basically me working with you over a day or 2 days, and focusing in on something very specific. So any of my programs can be turned into a VIP day, as well as, if there's a specific area that you want to be coached in, we can do a VIP day for that. So I think that's it. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in the podcast, but I did mention the 3rd anniversary special, but just the podcast is 3. So Sunday was the 3rd anniversary of the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. And I really, really, really want to thank you as listeners for going on this journey with me. I can't believe that it's been 3 years. If you're a regular listener, you know that this like all started on a whim from a group of my coaching sisters. And so it really started from a whim and just turned into something amazing that I absolutely love. And yeah, I appreciate you for going on the journey, for um I love getting all of the feedback. I love when I get you didn't have to step on my toes today, but I did. But, in love. But I love getting the feedback, or I had to pull over because you had me cracking up laughing. I love getting the feedback. And I love the most is seeing, I don't, if I don't hear from you or know you, I don't always get to see it. So please reach out, connect, stay connected, so I can see how it has impacted you. But for those that I do know and I do get to see, like, just seeing the impact on people, and seeing the changes that they've made in their lives or their businesses, Um, in several of my communities, I hear, more talk about rest and, that balance. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Sometimes I have, friends or colleagues reminding me to rest, and I love that too. So, thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for slipping on your pajamas and listening in every week. And I can't wait for what's in store for year 4. So, again, thank you. And with that, I'm gonna go because I don't want to get emotional. And so again, I, hope to work with each and every one of you in some capacity, but even if it's just here and listening, I appreciate you. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you for listening to the Prophets in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.